Today we're looking at the worst artifacts in the modern era of Magic the Gathering. Cards printed after 2019. We're starting off with Hexanort's Guide Light Matrix. It supports two of the most mediocre gimmicks out there and does nothing else. So yeah, it's bad. It actually has some little upside. Guide Light Matrix is a 2-mana artifact that when it enters the battlefield, you at least draw a card. I mean, so you're getting paid to do nothing here. For 2 mana, tap target mount you control becomes saddled until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. And pay 2, tap target vehicle you control becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Good luck making use of this. Please don't try to blink it infinitely. Next, let's take a look. Okana with Mox Jasper. Is that like the most failed Mox in the game? Mox Jasper. It's a 0. Hey, let's be careful. 0 mana artifacts. They're dangerous. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Activate only if you control a dragon. I think the dragon players would have something to say about that, Kano. It's a narrow card. I don't know if it's the worst card. But I actually can't confirm because I personally am not a dragon player myself. So we're looking for bad cards. These gotta be bad cards. Next up, we've got Arethusa, Enormous Energy Blade. Enormous Energy Blade is a 3-mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +4/+0. When Enormous Energy Blade becomes attached to a creature, tap that creature, equip for 2. What? We're tapping our own creature? But that's not the point of equipment. The point of equipment is we attach and then we attack. This is an absolutely miserable card. The Enormous Energy Blade. Too much energy. Too much power. I might actually need a second hand to wield it. Gillum with Dovin's Dovin's Automaton. Dovin's Automaton is a 4-mana 3/3 homunculus. As long as you control a Dovin Planeswalker, which you don't. Dovin's Automaton gets +2/+2 and has Vigilance. Loyal to Dovin, but no one else is loyal to Dovin. Meme Bruley with the super chat. Cryptex. We all came around to MKM, but this sucks. Cryptex is a 2-mana artifact. So you tap it, collect evidence 3, add 1 mana of any color. Put an unlock counter on Cryptex. Now remember, to collect evidence 3, exile cards with total mana value 3 or greater from your graveyard. So if you have no graveyard, you get no mana. And then if you get no mana, you're not going to unlock the Cryptex. Sacrifice Cryptex, surveil 3, then draw 3 cards. Activate only if Cryptex has 5 or more unlock counters on it. Never happening. I don't even think this would happen in draft. Next, does it have to look good, or can it be absolute? It can be absolute draft chaff. We're looking for the worst of the worst here. I really like that, what's it called? The Enormous Energy Blade. An equipment that actually taps your creature. We have Unfidias with Monoist Sentry. Monoist Sentry is a black 4/1 with Defender. It looks like it's on the attack. The art has nothing to do with what this card actually does. It's super power, but not on offense, only on defense. Corbinet Creepy Doll isn't creepy. Hold on. Okay, I can't remember what Creepy Doll does. I thought Creepy Doll is a good card, Corbinet. But maybe I'm wrong. It's indestructible. Oh, wait a minute. This may be not the Creepy Doll, I think. Okay, it's a 5-mana 1/1. No, but it's old. This is an old card. Doesn't qualify. Needs to be 2019 or later, and this came out in Innistrad, so it's disqualified. We want modern day bad cards. Felicia says it's station fodder. It was released in Edge of Eternities. Oh, right! That you use the creature's power in order to buff up the stations. I didn't think about that. That's a really good point. Is Enormous Energy Blade an inspired card? Don't really get it. Reprint? Yeah, reprints don't count. must be originally printed. These are modern era MTG cards. Bolt with the Soul Talisman. Does anyone even play this in Commander? Soul Talisman, a Soul Ring with Suspend 3 for 1 mana. Do you want to wait 3 turns for your Soul Ring? Well, some people might. You know, if your curve starts at like 7 or 8 mana, what does it matter if you play your Soul Talisman? You have to wait like 3 or 4 turns for your Soul Talisman. Although, I mean, drawing it is going to be completely miserable. You still need to play this on turn 1. It's like a turn 1 or turn don't do anything. Unbelievably clunky card if you're drawing it beyond like turn 2. Next, we've got... Yeah, especially by Modern Horizons standards, this was a very bad Modern... This was Modern Horizons 2! We were already power creeping, you know, the power creep of the past. Old Boy says, kind of fun to cascade into your deck. It gives cascade to 1 mana spells, but other than that... Oh yeah, okay. Cascading into a Soul Talisman is probably not bad, but... No, actually, it's probably bad. Because with these days, like, if you cascade into anything, you actually want to cascade into something super powerful. Rare Blue Skittles with Aeon Engine. Benny says, if you can cast Soul Ring and suspend Soul Talisman first turn, it is awesome, actually. Soul Ring into my Soul Talisman. And in 3 more turns, you're all dead. Aeon Engine, a 5-mana artifact, enters the battlefield tapped. And tap, exile Aeon Engine, reverse the game's turn order. What would happen if the game worked backwards? I guess Aeon Engine allows you to do that. Not particularly useful in a 60-card format, though. I mean, borderline useless. I mean, it is useless, but it's a commander card, so who cares? Nola with Twitching Doll. Are we going to get all the dolls out today? Twitching Doll is a 2-mana 2/2. I thought people liked this card. Tap, add 1 mana of any color, and then you put a nest counter on your Twitching Doll. So it's at least like a mana rock. You can die. It dies. Don't get me wrong, but it's a mana rock. Tap, sacrifice your Twitching Doll, create a 2/2 green spider creature token with reach for each counter on Twitching Doll. Activate only as a sorcery, and it's only twitching because there's so many spiders on the inside. Bab with Vectus Gloves. No, it's like, I don't like it because it's green. Vectus Gloves is a 2-mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has Artifact Landwalk. Where would this even be useful? Because, like, at least in Modern, the artifact lands are banned. Oh, no, but there's some... Oh, there's those indestructible artifact lands. I guess that's possible. So it's basically just a 2-mana equipped to... You get +2/+0. That's all it is around here. Old Boy with Surge Engine. It's clunky as heck. Yeah, more... Well, these are all... There's going to be a lot of Modern Horizons cards on here because, you know, these are modern era Magic the Gathering cards. You don't like the Surge Engine? I have to admit, like, I love the look of it, but I guess it's... I'm a little scared of paying all these blue abilities down here. It's a 2-mana 3/2 with Defender, but for a blue, it loses Defender and has this creature can't be blocked. And for 3 mana, it becomes a blue... becomes blue and has base power and toughness 5/4. Activate only if it doesn't have Defender. And for 6 mana, draw 3 cards. Activate only if Surge Engine is blue and only once, and then never again. Man, I wish that card was... I wish this card actually saw play. I look at this card, it's like, wow, this card is amazing. But I guess the mana... Too much mana for this card. Every level up card is basically worthless. And this is like level up that you can pay at instant speed. Kano with Fishing Pole. Sounds like a Legend of Zelda card. Fishing Pole is a 1-mana equipment. Equipped creature has pay 1, tap Fishing Pole. Tap Fishing Pole. Put a bait counter on Fishing Pole. Then, whenever equipped creature becomes untapped, remove a bait counter from this equipment. If you do, create a 1/1 blue fish creature token. That is, I mean, it's pathetic. All that work, and we just get a 1/1 blue fish creature token. It is 10 out of 10 on flavor, I'll admit that. It's a huge flavor win. Look, we found a fish. We did it. Old boy says they should have let you activate the draw 3 ability any number of times. Oh god. But what if you have infinite mana and you just draw through your deck? This guy, Razor Boomerang is not a modern era card. We're looking for cards printed after the year, or like from 2019 and beyond. Yeah, even Magic the Gathering now has a fishing minigame. Turiat with Tower Worker. Tower Worker is a 3-mana 1/3 assembly worker with reach. Tap out a colorless. But if you control creatures named Mine Worker, and Power Plant Worker, you get triple instead. Did they really do this? I never caught that. They made they made Tron creatures. So we don't have Tron lands, we have Tron creatures now. The Tower Worker. Okay, what a fishy card. This is where's the mine? We got the Mine Worker. Oh, it's a bit different though. Tap, you gain 1 life. If you control creatures named Power Plant Worker and Tower Worker, you gain 3 life instead. They screwed it up. Everything's a little bit different. So like now, so that actually makes this card even worse. Because even if you assemble everything, you don't even have a lot of mana. You have actually very little mana. You have a whole 3 mana for assembling the three Tron assembly workers together. We got Phil Goad with Abandoned Sarcophagus. Abandoned Sarcophagus. A 3-mana artifact. You may cast spells that have a cycling ability from your graveyard. If a card that has a cycling ability would be put there in your graveyard from anywhere and it wasn't cycled, exile it instead. You know, just knowing that Living End exists makes me believe that this card is above and beyond worse than it should be. So I can recast. But this is sort of like for spells, not for creatures. So if you have a lot of cycling spells that you want to play again, that's interesting. It's an interesting, unique card. It's just no one wants to build a deck around it. There's not enough of those types of cycle cards. Like, why would you build? You'd have to build your entire deck around cycling, or almost the entire thing. And most of those cards are pretty watered down. Chisaru with Clay-Fired Bricks. Doesn't this draw cards? Clay-Fired Bricks is a 2-mana artifact. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic planes, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, and you gain 2 life. You can also craft with artifact. Okay, so this is like a crappy Farseek. Crappy because you can only get a basic planes. It doesn't even go on the battlefield. But if you craft with artifact, you get Cosmium Kiln. Enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens, and creatures you control get +1/+1. Was that worth it? We need to craft for 7. We need to exile another artifact you control or artifact card from our graveyard. Return this card transformed under its owner's control. That is a lot of work for basically just a lord. Or sorry, an anthem. 7 mana for an anthem. Not today, in my opinion. Mean Brûlé, since they're technically artifacts, could we just do all the attractions from Infinity? They're not all white bordered. No, well, it's got to be legal attractions. Felicia with Bygone Colossus. Problem with the attractions, I don't even know how they work. Bygone Colossus, is this a 9-mana 9/9? Oh, but it's got Warp 3. You may cast this card from your hand for its warp cost. Exile this creature. Then what is it going to do? It's going to do nothing. What? Why? What? Oh, it's for stationing. It's a station card. I'm so glad I was told about the station mechanic. That makes so much sense to these really garbage cards that you would never be able to catch. This is like an Eldrazi. It's like an Eldrazi that you can pay for 3 mana. Yeah, it's your emotional support robot giant, which are coming out, by the way. You know, I heard like robotics, they're skyrocketing, and the demand for like a robot boyfriend and girlfriend is like going through the roof. There's gonna be people marrying robots, and we might be marrying the Bygone Colossus sooner than later. Okay, we're going to take a look at more of the worst Magic the Gathering cards of the modern era of Magic the Gathering, but we have to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com, the place to get those terrible robot cards. Maybe you want to make use of some of those terrible robot cards, and the place to buy them is none other than FusionGamingOnline.com. They'll have Bygone Colossus for you, and at a discount when you're using coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases, and of course, it supports the channel. And back to our worst cards of all time. A blink target, maybe? Well, what would you... And then what? It's literally a vanilla creature. Even if it was a 3-mana 9/9, is that good enough in Magic today? I don't think so. The irony of bringing up Eldrazi with that card. Why? Eldrazi are very colorless. They're very big. Because it's a Colossus, it's a Bygone. The edge is littered with with the vestiges of civilizations annihilated by the Eldrazi. Interesting. Yeah, that was complete coincidence. It is an Eldrazi without any of the aura. Next, who doesn't have a card yet? Lesthian, the ultimate weapon. Good luck getting it online. Well, I don't need luck. I just need a bunch of mana. The ultimate weapon? What's it called? Ultimate something? There's 9 cards called Ultimate. Ultimate Magic, Ultimate Meteor. I don't see Ultimate Weapon. It's some other I think I know what you're talking about. It's probably from like Final Fantasy, but I don't know which one. Oh, Ultima Weapon. Thanks so much. The Ultima Weapon. Wow, they made it crap. 7-mana equipment. This is supposed to be awesome. Whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy target creature and opponent controls. That sounds fun. Equipped creature gets +7/+7. Equipped for 7. Guess what? Came from Final Fantasy VII. This is a super commander card. I can't remember what's similar to this. It's like... There's some equipment out there that's a huge chunk of mana, and it basically does the same thing. It, like, destroys permanents. Jack with Swashbuckler's Whip. Swash... All right. We got 1 mana. Don't underestimate 1 mana cards, but maybe we will for this one. Equipped creature has reach and has the activated ability of paying 2 mana, tap. Oh, sorry, pay mana. Okay, pay 2 mana, tap to tap target artifact or creature. And we can pay 8 to tap and discover 10? Oh my god. That's just way too much. That's way too much. Way too much mana. Only sucks. Pay the full 14 mana. Oh no, this is just 10 mana total. You can pay 2 mana to tap target artifact or creature. 8 mana to discover 10. You know what? It would just be easier to cast a creature that discovers 10 instead. Corbinek with Rito Sentinel. The Rito Sentinel is a 3 mana 3/3 with Defender. When Rito Sentinel enters the battlefield, target player mills 3 cards. Pay 3. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Oh yeah, so powerful. I mean, it's graveyard hate, I suppose, but it doesn't exile. Put target card from a graveyard. Yeah, okay, we got graveyard. It's a very clunky graveyard hate card, but graveyard hate nonetheless. Discover 10 seems fine until you spin in a 2-drop. Yeah, all that 8 mana for nothing. Zelcry, no, you exile it and have to pay the full mana cost to cast it later. That's how Warp works. What are you talking about? Huh? Oh no. Oh, you're talking about you're talking about the Bygone Colossus. No, you cast it. It's going to be on the battlefield, and then you exile it at the end at end of turn. So you just get it there for like 3 mana temporarily. But I don't know why you would want it outside, I guess, of charging stuff up. Next, who has no? Does anyone else have no card yet? Or are we gonna start moving on to no 2 card yet, people? No, we got Olga here with Black Vise. Isn't that an old card? That's too old, and also it's too strong. That's literally the win condition of some decks. We're looking for cards that are 2019 or later. Pierre says works for Grenzo if you target yourself, I think. Leon Corgi with the I think the Ozolith is too. Well, first off, the Ozolith is too good. This Leon Corgi, this is $65. You know why it's $65? Because this is a very popular counter strategy card. Or whenever a creature you control leaves play, if it had counters on, you put on the Ozolith, and then you can take those counters, put it on something else. That also gets disqualified. Too strong. Dinglebag. The Dune Dane Blade. Pure Draft Chaff. How pure? 2 mana. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Can only equip to human for 1. Equip to 3 for everyone else. Oh, was this supposed to go like given to like Boromir or something? You can give it to Boromir. So what? Equipping a. I don't even think a. I was about to say dwarf. Dwarf is not the creature. The what the hell is Frodo? He's not a Kiskin. Hobbits. There we go. Yeah, equipping hobbits for 3. Even for I think it should say equip hobbit for 6 mana, because hobbits, like, I don't even think the hobbit could pick this damn thing up. The halfling, no, they're hobbits. Damn it, they're hobbits. Christopher B is in the house with Mysterious Tome. Or Tomb. Mysterious Tomb. Or Tome. Okay, Mysterious Tome. 3 mana artifact, pay 2, tap, draw a card, then you transform our Mysterious Tome. Not very mysterious anymore. It's the Chilling Chronicle! Oh my god, it's like one of those 3D books. You open it up and like it springs up pictures. For 1 mana, tap target non-land permanent and transform the Chilling Chronicle. This is very clunky card draw. I have to keep it's like, what, we're drawing a card once every second turn? And it's transforms. Does it transform untapped? I don't think so. No, I'm pretty sure it's going to transform tapped, and we have to wait till next turn for this thing to get around. Tan Yushing, Mirror Mind Crown. I hate this artifact because my Lorwyn draft pack 1 pick 1 with this is soul crushing. It is a 4 mana equipment. As long as this equipment is attached to a creature, the first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of equipped creature and equip for 2. That is very clunky. So the idea is equip this to a creature that you want to make copies of, make tokens, and then they're copies of that creature. The upside seems huge. Especially if you have like these token generators on the battlefield that makes a token every single turn. But the first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of equipped creature. This is cool. This is a very cool bad card. So long, Bennies. Take care. Zelcry says this is good in my Zaxera deck. Well, go for it. Maybe you can pump the stock of the Mirror Mind Crown. Only 74 cents right now. Next, we have Olga with Redemption. The Leyline Axe. There we go. I almost forgot this card existed. Man, they thought that this was going to be busted. 4 mana equipment. If this card is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has double strike and trample. Equip for 3. But you still got to pay that 3. And if you don't have it in your opening hand, you got to pay 7. Is this busted? Is this a commander card? Do you know what? It's bad to me. I think this card looks like junk. Okay, I can see why it might be appealing in Commander, because double strike and trample is exactly what you need to actually push through damage in a blocked board state. Leyline Axe is kind of cool. I just remember everyone thought this was going to be broken in Constructed Magic, and I don't think it actually went anywhere. People tried. So I think it's Constructed Magic versus what's it called? It's like constructed players versus commander players. Works well with Talayan Academy. Well, you could say that about a lot of cards. It is with Fervent Champion. Okay, yeah, you go build that Fervent Champion deck. You go do that. Okay, we got Voltland with Scene of the Crime. This is... Oh, it's an artifact land. And it's a clue. Scene of the Crime enters the battlefield tapped. Tap for a colorless. Tap. Tap. I hate these double tappers. It's like tap the land and then tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Oh, so it's like... Isn't this Springleaf Drum on a land? Shouldn't this be good? For 2 mana, sacrifice Scene of the Crime, draw a card. You would think with all these abilities, this is a good card. Where did it go wrong? Tap an untapped creature you control to add 1 mana. Oh, I guess it's... Okay, so the problem is it's not ramp. See, Springleaf Drum is actually ramp. But this is your land drop for the turn. So, like, it's just like a bad Springleaf Drum. It's like a Springleaf Drum that says sack a land when it enters the battlefield, which makes it borderline... Like, it makes it useless. Nola, can I get a twofer with Hand of Vecna and Eye of Vecna? All right, let's go look at the Hand of Vecna and Eye of Vecna. Let's just look up Vecna in general. So, look at Eye of Vecna first. A 2-mana legendary artifact. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 1 life, but you still get to draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. Oh, so this is like a really bad Phyrexian Arena. Like, really bad. So with Phyrexian Arena, you pay 3 mana, and for each draw step, you lose a life, you draw a card. Here, they want you to pay 2 mana, lose 2 life every single time you want to draw that card. The only upside is you have the choice to say no. What is the Hand of Vecna? Hand of Vecna is a 3-mana equipment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, equip creature or a creature you control named Vecna gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Equip, pay 1 life for each card in your hand, or equip for 2. Oh, so there's a world where maybe you have no cards in hand and you pay 0 life to equip. So you have 2 equip abilities. That's pretty junk. I think actually Eye of Vecna is supreme junk. This is a hilariously bad card draw engine. Next, the Chad Father. Surge Engine is one of my favorites in my Optimus Hero deck. So you like playing bad cards? Oh, you're probably behind on the stream. Surge Engine, yeah. Vecna versus Kaldra, who wins? Probably Kaldra. I know Kaldra a little bit better than Vecna. Poor Vecna can't get good cards. Also, ETB's tapped. Isn't Springleaf Drum good because it isn't a land? Yes, that's exactly the point. Okay, who wants the second card now? I don't see any of the I don't see any no card yet people left. Corbinek, Shrine Steward. You know it's bad when the shrines don't want it, really. 5 mana 3/2, which is already a terrible rate. When Shrine Steward enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an aura or shrine card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. If the shrine players have rejected a repeatable tutor through blinking, then it must be absolute supreme junk. Nola. Maybe no 2 cards. You literally got 2 cards. Okay, Book of Vile Darkness. Triple black for a legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, if you lost 2 or more life this turn, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Tap, exile the Book of Vile Darkness and artifacts you control named Eye of Vecna and Hand of Vecna. Oh my god. There's so much work to get this thing online. Create Vecna, a legendary 8/8 black zombie god creature token with indestructible. It gains all triggered abilities of the exiled cards. The stupid Vecna creature is like not even worth it. Die, Vecna, die! Is that like a quote from somewhere? But I'll tell you what, you may not be able to assemble Vecna, but you can assemble any deck you want with Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online. You could even try that weird Vecna combo if you want. And if it doesn't work, which it won't, you just send it back and rent a new deck. Play any format in any deck you want on Magic Online with the power of Mana Traders. Rent using coupon code Nikachu_BK3 for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. And back to our worst Magic cards of all time. Sorry, I wanted to add context. Yeah, we now have the context. 3 garbage cards. When combined, doesn't even make like a Merit Lage power level card. Kano with Colossal Dread Mask. For everyone who didn't play Colossal Dreadmaw, because they don't, we have the Colossal Dread Mask, a 6-mana equipment with Living Weapon. Equipped creature gets +6/+6 and has trample. Equipped for 5. To be honest, this is way better than actual Colossal Dreadmaw. Infinitely better. Gabrielle with the Staff of Eden. Colossal Dread Mask, a card that's so much... Before I actually go on, I should say, Colossal Dreadmaw is not any good. And then we make the Colossal Dread Mask, which is, for all intents and purposes, a fully power crept version of Colossal Dreadmaw, and it's still useless. No, it dies to Abrade, amongst many other things. Staff of Eden, Vault's Key, is a 6-mana legendary artifact. When Staff of Eden, Vault's Key, enters the battlefield, put target legendary permanent card not named Staff of Eden, Vault's Key from a graveyard onto the battlefield you control. Tap, draw a card for each permanent you control but don't own. So after you, if you get to a board state where you've peeved everyone off because you've stolen all their stuff, then you can draw cards of your own. But until then, the card is actually stone worthless. 6 mana for it. You know, I don't even know if it should be 6 mana. You still have a lot of work to do in the form of stealing your opponent's stuff. Next, we got Pierre with the Celestus. Did we do this one? No, we did not do this one. Celestus is a 3-mana legendary artifact. If it's neither day or nor night, it becomes day as the Celestus enters the battlefield. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. A 3-mana mana rock. Pay 3. Tap. If it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. Activate only as a sorcery. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain an entire 1 life. You may draw a card. If you do, you discard a card. Wow, we don't even get to keep the card. Unbelievable. All those words for nothing, really. It is an over-glorified mana rock and loot spell. The Celestus is pretty solid in my opinion, just not worth the tracking nightmare. I figured Assassin's Creed would have a lot of clunkers. Yeah, it does. Next. Not the day-night plays, no. Olga, Dawnshire. Let's look at Dawnshire. Oh, is this like those big, yeah, the spacecrafts. I remember people were talking about how that is an 1-turn kill with Screaming Nemesis. Yeah, what happened to those people, huh? What happened to those people? So Dawnshire is a 5-mana 20/20. You need to station it up. Now, if you station up 10+, whenever you attack, it deals 100 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Don't hit the stuffy doll. You may not like where it goes next. And also, for if you station up to 20, it has flying. Whoa, what? It didn't have flying in the first place? What is it like? Was it just stationed on the ground? Was it just parked? Was it parked in the Walmart parking lot? Whenever you attack, how did it attack otherwise? I mean, I guess it can attack on the ground. Why not? Blink Somniac with the super chat. Pendant of Prosperity. Pendant of Prosperity is a 3-mana artifact. Pendant of Prosperity enters the battlefield under the control of an opponent of your choice. Now, what can that person do? For 2 mana tap, draw a card, then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Pendant of Prosperity's owner draws a card, then that player may put a land card from their hand onto the battlefield. So you You can tempt somebody into drawing cards and putting lands on the battlefield, but you also get the same thing. Does it go anywhere else? What if they... Okay, so here's a catch. What if they do nothing? What if they just don't activate it ever? Then you just spent 3 mana on literally nothing. Tan Yushing says, Death Star Cannon needs to be more budget. 10 charge is not enough to fly. Everyone's saying, so you can attack with a 1/1. If that spacecraft is stationed 10, it is 100 damage. Yeah, it's 100. Whenever you attack, so if you attack with something else, it still triggers. Oh, with the Dawnshire. Whenever you attack, yeah, it's not. You know what? That's a great point. I didn't even catch that on the Dawnshire. Whenever you attack, it deals 100 damage up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. But you still need to charge it up for 10. I see. Nola says, I play the Pendant of Prosperity in my Memnarch deck. Why? The whole point is stealing your opponent's stuff, and now you're actually giving stuff? You've gone from Ebenezer Scrooge to Robin Hood? Okay, next up, we got Rin with the Red Rock Sentinel. Red Rock Sentinel is a 3-mana 2/4 with Defender. Pay 2, tap, sack a land, draw a card, and create a treasure token. This is like, okay, so this is late. Do you know what this card is good for? Pack Wars. When you have like a bunch of useless lands that are useless, and you can't do anything with them. And you keep drawing those damn lands. You're like, please stop giving me these lands. I want to sacrifice them. Pay 2, tap, sacrifice a land, draw a card, and create a treasure token. PDX with Marina, Vendrel's Grimoire. This card no good? Oh, it's 6 mana. And when it enters, if you cast it, you draw 5 cards! That's a lot of cards. It's basically like 1 point... It's like you're drawing a card for every 1.2 mana that you spend on this thing. You have no maximum hand size and don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. Whenever you gain life, draw that many cards. Whenever you lose life, discard that many cards. If you have no cards in hand, oh my god, you lose the game. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, the risk is so damn high. Was this yesterday's card? I don't remember this card yesterday. Marina's a combo card with something that when you draw, you gain, you drain a life. I love it. It's pretty risky. It's super risky. I would rather actually give this to somebody else. This is the type of card. Okay, let's donate this to somebody and then kill them off. Oh, but then you get... So then if you kill them off by making them have no cards in hand, then you gain control of the Marina. Ugh. Scary. Next. Kana loves this janky card. This card is jank, that's for sure. Oh, Tan Yushing, the Lost Jite. Great call. This is for smearing the name of Umezawa. This card seems to have seen some play because it's like it has a little bit of money behind it. This was supposed to be a pretty big card though, and I don't see it play anywhere. It's a 1-mana equipment and does a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage, put a charge counter on your Lost Jite. Now you can use that charge counter to untap target land, which is ramp. Target creature can't block this turn, which is, I think, pretty crappy. Or you can put a +1/+1 counter on the equipped creature. You can equip it for 1. So it's very, very cheap to get online. But I think all the abilities are not very good. If it was like, this creature can't be blocked until end of turn, then we would be talking. But no, not at all. Tan Yushing says, can fetch with Urza's Saga, but Hammer does not even play it. I don't think this is better than Shadow Spear. I think Shadow Spear is just strictly better. And there's a reason Umezawa lost this one. Yeah, the Lost Jite. Ah, this stupid thing. Throws in garbage. There's even Hard 1 Jite. Hard 1? The hard wand Jite. It's a 2-mana equipment. Equipped creature has double strike, equipped for 2. Some people might like that card. People are fans of double strike, but it's still a lot of mana. It's funny, equipment that even equipped for 2 is just too expensive for this world. And Fadias with Spiked Pit Trap. I was trying to think, what universe's Beyond card is this, that there's a Spiked Pit Trap? And I was like, universes beyond Mario? Super Mario? No, it's Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, this is a 1-mana flash artifact, which is very rare. How many artifacts have flash at 1 mana? Pay 5, tap, sacrifice Spiked Pit Trap. Choose target creature, then roll a d20. If you roll between 1 and 9, Spiked Pit Trap deals 5 damage to that creature. But if you roll 10 to 20, Spiked Pit Trap deals 5 damage to that creature. Create a treasure token. Got it. Not worth it. Never gonna be worth it. Never gonna give you up. Christopher B with Jackhammer. Amongst a million other cards. Christopher B thinks is junk. It's a 2-mana equipment. Equip 2. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Basically, there's a lot of real... You know what's the real trap around here? All these equipment that you could possibly draft. The cost feels backwards. It's basically a trap. You're talking about the Spike Pit Trap. Yeah, it's a trap. And I agree, the cost should be backwards. It should be 5 mana flash and pay 1 to activate it. Who wants to sink 5 mana into that stupid thing every single turn? Hexenort with Hull Drifter. What, the cousin of Muldrifter? Bro, it's not Muldrifter. Not even close. This was a 5-mana 3/2 vehicle with flying. When the vehicle enters, draw 2 cards. Well, it doesn't have the evoke. It lacks evoke, but it has crew. It's actually a strictly worse Muldrifter in every way. Cannot play it for 3 mana. Vulnerable to artifact destruction. You must crew it to attack, unlike the old one, which didn't require any crewing. The holder. Wow, hey, it's artificial. It's artificially created, you know? You can still blink it to draw 2. You could do that with the old Muldrifter. Surefire Selves. Dubious Delicacy. I don't understand why we eat artifacts. I don't think food... In my opinion, food is not an artifact. Like, a thing is an artifact. This pen is an artifact. This remote controller is an artifact. But food? 3 mana with flash. When this artifact enters, up to 1 target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. I don't like the sound of that. Pay 2, tap, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Pay 2, tap, sacrifice this artifact, target opponent loses 3 life. I think this card is good. This card actually looks amazing. I don't know anyone who plays it. Was this played in any capacity in the Blink deck? Not the Blink deck. The This Town Ain't Big Enough deck in Standard? Or was it This Town Ain't Big Enough banned by the time Edge of Eternities came out? I don't remember. Yeah, you don't eat steel and gold bars? Yeah, I don't. You know what? I'm not that distinguished. Wizards of the Coast decided anything artificial is an artifact. I think food should be its own type. Like, I think food should just be a token. Like token food. So there could be an artifact that like food court enters the battlefield and create a food token or something. So food tokens make sense to me, but them being literal artifacts don't. Should food have been enchantments? I'm good with that. Maybe, yeah, maybe it could have been enchantments. I'm tired of all the predefined being artifacts. Self-bounce uses the 1 mana -2/2/1. Oh, okay. So this one's just too clunky. No good. This card was premium removal and limited. Oh, I don't doubt it. You can also smack your opponent for 3 life later. Okay, next. Who do we have? Do we have any more cards? Did we run out of cards? Well, I think I saw a card up here. PDX with the Temporal Anchor. Temporal Anchor, a legendary artifact. It looks epic. Looks like it should be mythic. Six mana! At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 2. Whenever you choose to put one or more cards on the bottom of your library while scrying, exile that many cards from the bottom of your library. During your turn, you may play cards exiled with the Temporal Anchor. So we're scrying 2. Whenever you choose to put one or more cards on the bottom, you exile that many cards from the bottom of your library. So I'm guessing. So for all the cards that we're scrying down, we get to keep them. Is that how this works? I'm confused. Whenever you every upkeep we scry 2. Whenever you choose to put one or more cards on the bottom of your library while scrying, exile that many cards from the bottom of your library. During your turn, you may play cards. Oh yeah, okay. So basically, we're putting good cards on the bottom, but then we get to play with them for forever, for as long as the Temporal Anchor is in play. 6 mana do nothing. Well, it's doing something. Eventually, one day. It's basically, Scry 2 basically said draw 2, and the Exile Zone is now just an extension of your hand. It's basically turning Scrying into card draw, actually a good card. Will you prove it to us, Tresaru? I tell you what, you put it in your deck, you win a tournament with it, and you show us all that the Temporal Anchor is actually too good. 2 hands! 2 hands are better than 1. You heard it here first. Tolduck just joined. Welcome. You're not too late, though. Turiat with Throne of the Grim Captain. This is a 2-mana legendary artifact that mills 2 cards. Some people might like that. Craft with a dinosaur, a merfolk, a pirate, and a vampire. And you have to pay 4 mana. Good luck at making a deck with all those things in it. I mean, yeah, whatever. You turn into the Grim Captain. Has anyone successfully got a Grim Captain on the battlefield? Even in draft? Menace, Trample, Lifelink, and Hexproof. Whenever the Grim Captain attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent. Then you may put an exiled creature card used to craft the Grim Captain onto the battlefield. Under your control, tapped and attacking. Grim Captain seems like almost like a fable. Just something that's not real. Nope, never seen that thing flip over ever once. Anybody? Anybody? No one dared try to make it work. Just imagine getting it to this far and then someone plays like Settle the Wreckage on the damn thing. Screw your Grim Captain. Screw its hexproof. It doesn't even have indestructible. Changelings make it trivial to flip. Is that true? Will they still work? Craft with... I guess so. You just need 4 random creatures. Fan Factor, the Ether Spark. This show could also be called like a bunch of really disappointing cards. Is this that bad? I admit I've never seen anyone play this card. It's a 4-mana equipment, but it's also a planeswalker. It's an equipment planeswalker. It's a sentient piece of equipment. As long as the Ether Spark is attached to a creature, the Ether Spark can't be attacked. It has whenever equipped creature deals combat damage during your turn, put that many loyalty counters on it. So starts at 4 loyalty, +1, attach the Ether Spark to up to 1 target creature you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. -5, draw 2 cards. That's so much work to draw 2 cards. And then -10, add 10 mana of any one color. That might be the most useful of all of them. Oh, it's AI. It's AI Spark. It's the AI, the Ether Spark spelled AI. It's Skynet before it becomes super powerful. Don't let it get too much loyalty, we'll all be dead. Toladuck with Technodrome. From the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The thing is so goofy looking. How is that thing traveling in the sewers underground the entire time? I guess it's like it's a miner of some sort, like it mines. 2 mana for a 3/3 with Reach and Trample. This creature can't attack or block unless its power is 6 or greater. How is this gigantic? Look how big it is. Look how big it is. What you're telling me? I swear to God, this thing can just run over 4/4s like nothing. Tap, sacrifice another artifact, draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. This is just such a flavor fail. Sack those Ichor Wellsprings. That's right. Sack them like crazy. But you can attach it to the 9/9 warp one. Christopher B, okay, the Ether Spark, no, it's not sentient. It's just an artificial spark, the prize of the Girapur Grand Prix in its second iteration. Then why does it have a spark at all? So what, like inanimate objects can have a spark? I thought like you have to reach a breaking point in your life, like you're having a midlife crisis in order to find your spark. Pyre says, how is that a flavor fail? Flavor fail. It spends 99% of the series hiding the bad guys. Because it's so big, it's such a big technological machine. I don't see why it's so small as a creature. It should by default be like a I don't know, an 8/8 or something. Look how much bigger it is than all the power lines. We came here for all these exciting Ether Draft. The Ether Draft lore. Or sorry, Ether Drift lore. Voltlin, friendly Teddy. Very friendly, very, very friendly. 2 mana 2/2. When friendly Teddy dies, each player draws a card. I have no words. Why did they make this? This came in dusk. This came from Duskmorn. What was the point? Like, what synergy did it have? It's just it's a grizzly bear that benefits my opponent almost no matter what. Ken Yusha says it's broken. Matthew says the Technodrome goes crazy in Grease Fang decks. Probably. So anyway, I think the friendly Teddy, it's actually way too friendly. Yeah, probably it should be. I don't know. Probably it should be 1 mana. Then have some weenie synergy. Sacrifice synergy and artifacts don't normally get 2/2 for 2 mana. Come on, 2 mana for 2/2 for 2 mana is borderline garbage today. I don't know what should be the standard for 2 mana now. Maybe a 2 mana 2/3. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty bad. Mercenary with the Rust Harvester. Rust Harvester is a red 1/1 robot with menace. Pay 2, tap, exile an artifact card from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Then it deals damage equal to its power to any target. That's a lot of work. Maybe a little too much work around here. Green gets 2 mana 3/2s and they're bad. Yeah. Toy should be an artifact type, not a creature type. Oh, I see. You want it should be like an artifact toy. But then it would be an inanimate object. Would you want it to be an artifact toy creature? Would that be good with you? We got the Death of a Bachelor with the Eternity Elevator. Was pretty underwhelming in my opinion. A 5 mana spacecraft. Tap for 3 colorless mana. Also has station, so if you can station it to 20 charge counters, tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of charge counters on the Eternity Elevator. If I'm you, I'm just playing this for the 3 extra mana that you get out of the damn thing. 5 mana, it's like a colorless Gilded Lotus. So just enjoy Gilded Lotus for what it is. Green gets 2 mana 3/3s nowadays. Oh, green gets even better than that. Still weird that those are creatures by default. What, the toys? Jay Gross says the Eternity Elevator is great when no one destroys it. Of course, every card is great with when nobody is interacting with my board. Rin with found footage. Oh my god, this cassette tape is broken. It's a 1 mana clue. You may look at face down creatures your opponents control anytime. And for 2 mana, sacrifice found footage, surveil 2, then draw a card. Who remembers having to like rewind or like sort of rewind back in the tapes from like VHS tapes, cassette tapes? Only a certain degree of boomer in chat is going to understand that. I remember I learned how to take apart the VHS tape so that I could tape back on, because it was simple as just like taking Scotch tape and then putting it back on the roller. You could do that. It was possible. Mercenary remembers. The only thing that was annoying was these cassettes. They were the worst, because when they got crinkled, well, then the music just got infinitely worse. Tenyushin's like, not my generation, old man. Yeah, I know. We still have, like, cell phones still have, like, a picture of, like, an old rotary phone handle on them. Though no one of this age even knows what that is. Marcio, have we done the Millennium Calendar? No. 1 mana artifact. Whenever you untap one or more permanents during your untap step, put that many time counters on the Millennium Calendar. Pay 2, tap double the number of time counters on the Millennium Calendar. When there are 1,000 or more time counters on the Millennium Calendar, you can sacrifice and each opponent loses 1,000 life. Pirates says, I'm having flashbacks to having disassemble a VCR because the tape broke inside. Oh my god. We were more handy back then. Now that I think about it, if some electronic breaks now, like, I can't do a squat about it. I gotta send it in to a professional. Rin says, too young for that. I remember MP3 player, but not the cassette tapes. Ah, yes, the MP3 player age. The iPod, which is now a dead. Yeah, it should have been Found Music or something. It has a picture of an iPod here. Mista says, only the old people remember that Bic pens are too small to wind tapes with, hence all the terrible memes. I remember using a Bic pen sometimes to wind tapes, but I didn't know that was a meme. MP3, MP4, MP5. iPod is on the decline and full of DRM. What? I always become the arch enemy when I play the Millennium Calendar, so it rarely goes off. Well, because everyone's afraid of you winning. This is how it goes around here. Oh boy, with Blade Coil Serpent. Also, for the record, I taped stuff constantly on TV because of the VCR. It was like my maybe it was like my favorite device. Just record everything. And it was my hack to watch something that was late at night that I couldn't stay up late enough to watch it. So I just set the record button, let it just go, and eventually it would get there. It was also my route to watching... actually, another thing that I really liked about with recording with VHS tapes was keeping, like... Because I was a big wrestling fan when I was a kid. Keeping all the Royal Rumbles and Survivor Series all on VHS tape so I could relive them over and over again. Pay once for the pay-per-view and then infinitely have copies for forever. Okay, Blade Coil Serpent. A 6-mana X 5/4 Serpent. When Blade Coil Serpent enters the battlefield, for each blue spent to cast it, you get to draw a card. When Blade Coil Serpent enters the battlefield, for each black spent to cast it, each opponent discards a card. And for every red spent to cast it, gets +1/+0 and gains trample and haste until end of turn. This card seems interesting, actually, to me, because especially since it has X attached to it. It's like a card that has potential. So it's a 6-mana 5/4 that can draw 3 cards. I like that. I can respect that. Christopher B says, I learned so many techniques for using remotes and VCRs quietly when I was supposed to be sleeping. This is unofficially become a boomer support group. Pencil plus tape, they don't know how they work together. You can manually rewind VHS, as weird as that sounds. Yeah, I know, but who the hell wants to do that? Christopher B is like, how is this bad? Well, you want to play it? You go for it. Just my own clips. I love this card, my Abzan, or Abzahan. I forgot if it's called that. No, Abzan deck. With the wait, what? Only for the black? Blink Somniac, thanks so much for your super chat. Bison's Whistle. You'd have to play all Apple cards on Changelings. The hell is this? It's a 2-mana artifact. Pay 1, tap. Load the top card of your library. If it's a Bison card, you may put it onto the battlefield. If it's a creature card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. Otherwise, put it into your graveyard. What is this, a complicated surveil? Look at the top card of your library. If it's a Bison card, put it into your... Oh, we cheat something directly in play. How many Bisons are in the game? If it's a creature card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. Otherwise, you may put it into your graveyard. That sounds like a great changeling card. May is very important. There are no other Bison cards other than Appa. Is that it? Oh, so what? We're not allowed. What? We're not allowed to use changelings here. So changeling is good in every instance except this one. There's 4 whole Bisons in the game so far. I would speculate on my Bison whistles here. You never know when Bison's going to be a huge creature type in the future. Benny, hello again. I still use modded iPods because as long as you use iTunes, which is still awesome, when you know how to use it, there are several ways around Apple's music DRM. My entire music collection is on iPod. I think I know what you're talking about because I don't necessarily... How do I put it? I got a lot of music on my father's iPod that I didn't download or pay for from iTunes. Although a lot of it came from CDs, actually, as weird as that is. Isn't your iPhone now an iPod? It is, technically. You know what my iPod is now? It's just YouTube. I have a subscription to YouTube, and I listen to infinite music on YouTube. That is my iPod now, is the YouTube algorithm. Okay, that was a big super chat. Let us donate half of it to The Death of a Bachelor with Giggling Skitter Spike. That one horrible Toy Story toy. It's creepy as hell. 4 mana 1/1, indestructible. When the Skitter Spike attacks, blocks, or becomes the target of a spell, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Also has Monstrosity. They brought Monstrosity back for this. This card is... I'm not going to make this the thumbnail because of how creepy it is. What is it? So whenever it becomes the target of a spell, it still deals damage? Oh, I see. So the point is, play this card, make it monstrous, and then you're going to have a hard time even dealing with this card at all. Without getting blasted in the face. All right, that's it for today, people. Hope we had that toy featured in many early 90s nightmares. Yeah, and brought back. So you all remember the iPod, right? And now you remember that creepy doll. As usual, everybody, we do this show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And for the evening crowd, Tuesdays, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you Super Chat to be part of the show, or even Super Chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much, my coffee crew. No attraction. We didn't mention any. You got 2 cards. You didn't waste either of them on attractions. Thanks to... This show is brought to you by people like Christopher B. Kano, Mercenary, Tan Yushin. We got Toilet Duck, Hexanort, PDX. Who else do we got? We got J-Graw. We have so many people. Blink, Somniac. Or you could use Conspiracy or Arcane Adaption with Bison Whistle, but you'd be relying solely on the combo. Yeah, you'd be relying on a lot of things. We got Pyre. We got Kano, Lesthian. Kano seems to be an Apple Music or Spotify fan. I am a YouTube fan. I get everything that I need from YouTube. And as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees. And we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.